Switching up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can call for the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, ladies, check 1, 3, check 3.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to do. Got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He's crashing, lady.
A carry here for Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Watch the shit. Hey, lady. Watch the motion.
On first down. They'll run with Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First down, Giants.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Cut. I got him. On me. Mike, check. 59. Hey, here we go. Jim.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Mike's 59. Watch the crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Check. Hey, 53, Mike. And watch this.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Black 22. Check 59.
3 butt, 3 butt, 3 butt.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. Blue way. You. They got tight left. Hey. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's coming.
On first down, Hunt. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here's the 2nd year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. Room here to run. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ito Smith, 48 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Darnold now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Lance Kendricks, there. But now it'll be 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Exit. Check. 59.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold finding Gabriel, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 2nd down, Darnold. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Darnold on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
The Giants' 1st down.
Side 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Double dog. That's the way.
On 1st down, Hunt. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
27 on the play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold from the gun to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. The kick by Sturgis is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we? Vertical, downhill running.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st down, Winston. There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Jameis now on 1st down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4.
Single receiver. 25, check 25, check 25. Watch tight end.
To throw, Winston. Open man right side is Ingram. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Smith catches left side. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
23 yards on the play.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll throw again. Winston. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone.
Watch twins. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
From the red zone now, Winston. Yeah, he's got it, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. After the interception, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That goes for a gain of 31. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Play fake. Winston. Henry's got it out on the left side. And out of bounds right around the 20. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
To throw is Winston. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. On 3rd down, Smith. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And Lutz puts this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Go, son. Check, lady. Check 24, check 24.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They give it to Peterson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
55. Check 55. Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This is Gabriel out on the left side. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Check 59. You must be true. Go. Must 59.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Black 25. 47. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They begin with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Smith. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Single slot.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3rd and long for Winston. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. O'Donnell, he's on the punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Faking the give. Darnold eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, it's Tate. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it again with Henry. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ready. Black 25 behind. 54 miles. Hey, stop. Let's go.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. It's brought in left side by Tate. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
They run again with Peterson. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Check 55 to Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Shoot!
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it. And now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll look to throw. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. He'll look to throw.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left. Want to save it.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.